Yo, welcome back to Rap Rotations. We're here with another episode of Rap Rotations Weekly Wrap Up. My partner,
Nimrod. Basically we just want to get into a couple of topics that transpired over this past year, and it's only been a week really. But we're gonna talk about that, and first thing I want to get to is the Damar Hamlin plus the Skip Bayless comment as well. What you think about that situation?
I feel like the Damar Hamlin situation was very scary. I feel like the NFL and the Players Association made the right decision to stop the game. Like, I felt like that action was showing Damar and other players around the world that, that their life still matters. You feel me? That they're not just like, somebody on a field or on a court, just, with a ball shooting around. Humanity is still bigger than the game of football.
Nah, facts. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Just like you said, that was scary to see. Like, you actually seen the video of what happened if you wasn't watching the game, or even if you was watching the game. It was very confusing at first as to what really happened, because when they showed a hit in slow motion, it really didn't seem like, out of the ordinary hit. So then when you found out what was going on with Damar, because honestly, I thought he was just like winded, really. I didn't know it was that severe. And that was just a scary situation. And then as far as the comments that was made about the games, Skip Bayless and another journalist actually made a couple of comments, and they both got like some backlash for it. Do you remember what he said?
Yeah, I actually got the tweet right here. So Skip Bayless said, "No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season? A game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." Off rip, how do you feel about that? Those comments?
Honestly, when I first read it, just the way you said it, honestly, it doesn't sound like he's speaking from like a heartfelt place. He sounds like he's kind of like saying, you should keep going. I did analyze it again, and I heard a few things that he said, and I could be wrong, but it did sound like maybe the tone was off in it, and he was a little insensitive when he made the tweet, so he wasn't really thinking correctly, and maybe he was actually being the opposite, really, just saying like he understands why it is not going. But honestly, I'm not certain. What you think about that?
I feel like since it's a tweet, it can be easily miscomprehended. So I feel like being as though, he isn't vocal with this statement, and you can't really tell his tone or the way he's trying to, interpret this message, I feel like he should have been a little more conservative with, those thoughts. Put it in a different kind of way, express his feelings in a different kind of way, and just letting it be known. 'Cause he put on his Twitter right after that the message was received wrong, and he actually meant it a different way. So I feel like once he dropped the first tweet, he should have dropped the next tweet right after explaining exactly what he meant, just because of the magnitude of what happened on that field. You feel me?
Yeah.
A lot of people took it as he was being heartless, and he was on some players don't matter, the game is bigger, type of thing, and which I kind of felt at first too. But again, it's a tweet, so you can't really tell the tone of that message. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, but I still feel like, being as though he is a major sports analyst, it should be his job to know to come and discuss this tragic event in the proper way.
Yeah, a little more sensitive.
A little more sensitive, and if he did say that and he felt like it could be misinterpreted, I feel like he should have clarified that right afterwards. You feel me? So I'm not going to condemn him on those thoughts, because it could be, taken in the wrong way, but I'm going to still say, being as though he has a high position, he should have did a little bit more preparation.
Yeah, definitely. Him having a big platform, he definitely shouldn't. He should have thought about it a little more sensitive, like thinking about it as from their point of view, his family and everything like that. And the way his characteristics are when he's on TV, I can see how it could be misconstrued or construed a certain way, because the way he actually acts. So it was it could go either way, honestly, with that one. But he should have been a little more careful in choosing his words. But praise out to Damar. What you think about that Keith Murray and Foxy Brown situation?
I don't really know too much about Keith Murray. You feel me? Like, I never really heard about him. I never really heard his music or anything like that. But, granted, he was an artist before my time, so, can't put too much judgment on that. But, like...
See, if you listen to them other niggas, I told you. But...
Nah, but look, as far as the action of what he said on the interview, I just feel like that's some clown shit, man. A lot of men are, riding the trend of name dropping, letting people know who they slept with and all that. And I just want to let every man know that's some female shit, man. A real man doesn't do that. Like Keith Murray said, he getting the top from Foxy Brown and all that shit, bro. Back in the day, that shit was 40 years ago, my boy. Like, or however many years ago it was. Like, you too old to be doing that clown shit, bro. Lord knows what she got going on in her life right now, who she's married to. Like, it's just a respect thing.
What she got going on.
Yeah, what she got going on. Being as though you're that old, my nigga, doing some shit like that, man, I'm going to give you a page out of Charlemagne, the guys, but I'm going to give you Donkey of the Day, my nigga. Like, that was some corny shit, bro. You could have came better like that, be more professional. It's just like, being the fact that you want people to look at you as the OG in the game. It's just certain clown shit you don't do. You feel me? And I feel like that was some super clown shit, man. You feel me? Shout out to Foxy Brown, man. That's why you don't get pussy to clown niggas, man. You never know 30 years down the line, nigga might
just say it.
Hey, yo,
might just tell the word.
Come on, man. That shit corny, man.
I definitely agree with that. Don't get me wrong. It was an interesting story to know. But at the same time, I did look at it like, damn, though. Like, why did you tell? Like, that's some shit. If I found it out, I would want it to be because, I'm in the right circles or whatever. I'm finding out this way. It's like, damn, nigga, you just come on, bro. You just put it out on the first street. And like, if you think about who you even talking about that it involves,
got kids and all that, man.
That's not even just that. Like, you gotta think about who it involves. He was talking about how Corrupt was. He had ended up getting married to or something like that, and didn't even mention DMX. Come on, you throwing niggas under the bus when you do that. And at the same time,
clout is a hell of a drug.
Yo, how you think Corrupt feel for you to say something like that? Like, he might not care. But it's like, bro, you being a little insensitive to a lot more parties than just Foxy Brown. I don't think you really realize that. Nah, but the way he was describing the top, that shit probably really was crazy. He had to get that. That shit was still in his mind.
Yeah, nah, facts. I didn't think about that shit 30 years down the line.
One day he woke up, he probably was like, damn, that bitch Foxy was wild.
Like Keith Murray, you gotta do better, OG. Like that was corny, man. Imagine if your daughter was in the same position 20 years from now, man, and it's a nigga exposing what he did with your daughter on a live interview to the world for no reason. You feel me? Like, you just gotta think about shit like that, man. You heard about the shooting at the French Montana video shoot?
I mean, I seen a little bits and pieces. I ain't really get into it too much because I was just moving around at the time when I did see it. But from what I did see, like, I seen a couple little videos on Twitter and stuff like that. And I think Rob 49, I think he got shot.
Rob 49 got shot, and it wasn't really too much of a update on his injuries. I'm guessing they weren't as severe as I heard French Montana bodyguard was severely injured. It's a video circulating around the internet. 2 men laying on the ground have not been identified yet by me, so I'm not going to say who it is, but they needed immediate medical attention. They was bleeding out severely on the floor. It just looked like a bad scenario. Prayers up to everybody involved in that.
Yeah, that just goes back to, like, violence surrounding hip hop for real.
Yeah, man, we gotta do better as a community, black people.
Yeah, it's a new year.
We all we got, man. It's a new year, man. We gotta leave that killing our own in the past. Yeah, you gotta think about it.
It's really dead for real.
Yeah, it's really dead. You gotta understand, man. But like, a lot of shit hit me now that I'm older. But like, we really at war with the system and ourselves. And I'm starting to see that shit every day. What music they promote? You feel me? Like lately, you're seeing a lot of drill music. You feel me? They're trying to promote black people killing black people. You feel me? Black people going to jail. It's just a lot of like subliminal shit that's happening. That if people really open up their eyes, they'll really understand that we need to, as a people, come together more.
You heard about that Shot Glizzy situation?
What Shot Glizzy situation?
It was like he got some sexual misconduct allegations with a OnlyFans model. She was giving an interview on No Jumper, basically saying him and his group basically had her in the corner trying to get her to take a pill, which she denied for like a long time, and then she finally gave in. And somehow she led to him pulling her on the bed, and she looked down. shit already out, and he kept telling her to give him, basically trying to ask her to give him head, and she wasn't with it. So he said something like, "So you fine with not getting paid?" Which she replied, "Yeah." So I'm not really sure where it's leading to, was exactly what's happening for real. But at the same time, Aunt Glizzy, who was a member of the Glizzy gang, he basically, damn, that sounds crazy, Glizzy gang. But anyway, but anyway, nah, it was on something like, he was basically just exposing, allegedly saying that him and Shock Glizzy spiked bottles together before. He said he ain't really do it that much. He at least tried it one time because he got it from Shock Glizzy. But basically saying like that was his thing. Like he'll put a Molly or something in some Patron or some 42 or something like that. So he was saying he had a bunch of stories about what had happened. I don't know. It's just looking like a crazy situation.
Yeah, nah, that's nuts, man. My view on that is I have no view on that situation because I don't know what's really going on. You feel me? It's two sides to one story. I'ma just stay from in the middle, and I'ma speak on men sexually misconducting women, and I don't agree with that. Not saying that Shock Glizzy does it, but I'm gonna say I don't stand with that. You feel me? And especially, you know, if you are in a position where you have money and you have influence on women, I feel like, you know, that shouldn't even be on your mind. You feel me? Having to, you know, coerce women into having sex with you in those type of ways. You feel me? Like, I feel like you should be confident enough in yourself to go out there and find somebody that loves you for you and that'll fuck with you for you. You feel me? That's my view on that. But as far as like Aunt Glizzy speaking on Shock Glizzy, I don't know what's going on with them two, but I just feel like Aunt Glizzy is trying to make Shock Glizzy look bad. You feel me? And he's even willing to make himself look bad to make Shock,
prove a point.
Prove a point.
Nah.
You feel me? And I feel like that's whole shit. The way I feel like if they didn't fall out or if they didn't have whatever going on, he wouldn't be saying this and doing this. So it's just like, you know, it's just like in court. You feel me? Like if somebody is, you know, trying to like get you convicted on something using, you know, false information. Not saying it's false information, but like, you know, little tactics to just ill intent. You feel me? That's the word I was looking for. It's just like in court. If somebody is coming on the stand with ill intent towards whichever position, you feel me, that must be ruled out.
I feel like, bro, it's women out here that's, bro, they going to dogs for real. Like, you feel me? And I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about actual dogs, my nigga. So if you that desperate, like you don't think you above a dog, my brother, you need to do something else. Like, cause I don't know what you could really get out of that, taking something that ain't given to you. It's a different. Well, I don't even know what the feeling like to take it, but nigga, it's given to you, nigga. I'm that nigga, even if I ain't. You feel me? But for real, that's really a sickness, for real. But going back to the Aunt Glizzy situation, I don't know what's going on with that either. He willing to basically say, all right, I'm guilty of this because he's guilty of all of that. You feel me? Like, and that's a little crazy. I really don't know what's going on with that. I'm not sure if he was drunk or high when he was saying all this, but it was just a little odd to me that he was willing to throw himself under the bus to, you know, to prove that. If I have money in my pocket and somebody helped me get that, you feel me? Even if we fall out, I don't see how you could really go to the point of really bringing their name. Like, what happened that you gotta stoop to
like
that level?
the interviews and everything, like all the just bad mouthing on interviews and just trying to give bro a bad name. I just feel like that's corny. You feel me? You fall out with somebody, you just let that shit fall out. You feel me? You do you. You go get your money. You feel me? You ain't even gotta be connected with them anymore.
Exactly.
Like,
you just want. Like
if all you had was them, you keep trying to bring their name up.
Like you just trying to get relevance.
Yeah,
like,
you just trying to like sustain relevancy. And that's just corny, man.
And maybe it's gonna work for you, but like, what you really gain? You feel me? Like, where your morals at for real? Like, but I mean, I'm just a different person, I guess.
Nah, that's a fact. Same way. But that has been a great episode of Rap Rotations Weekly Wrap Up, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Some great topics. We'll be back next week with some more fire for y'all, man. That's it. We got it.